My dear friends, have you ever asked yourself this question? Why am I not improving? Why do I feel stuck in life even though I try so hard? It's a very human experience. We see others achieving, growing, learning, and moving forward, and we wonder why we remain in the same place. We set goals, we make resolutions, we promise ourselves that this year will be different, yet somehow, at the end of the year, nothing seems to have changed. The truth is, life is not about waiting for a miracle or a sudden stroke of luck. Growth, improvement, and transformation are not random, they are intentional. They are the result of conscious choices, habits, and practices that we follow day after day. Today, my friends, I want to help you solve this problem, the problem of stagnation, the feeling of being stuck, and the frustration of wanting to improve but not knowing how. I want to share with you 3 things that will improve you. Things that, if applied consistently, can bring a quiet, steady, and profound transformation in your life. We will also add a 4th truth, a key understanding about consistency that ties everything together and ensures these practices actually create lasting change. The first thing that improves you is something very simple yet very powerful: learning to reflect on yourself. Most of us are busy observing the world outside. We watch what others do, compare ourselves to them, and worry about what people think. But rarely do we pause and look inward. Reflection is like holding a mirror to your own mind, your own heart, and your own actions. It allows you to see not just your strengths, but also your weaknesses, your habits, and the patterns that hold you back. Think of a gardener. If a gardener waters the plants but never checks the soil, some plants flourish while others wither. Reflection is checking the soil of your mind. It tells you what is nourishing you and what is draining you. Ask yourself, why did I react that way today? What could I have done differently? What am I truly grateful for? These questions may seem small, but they are transformative. Because when you ask them honestly, you begin to understand yourself better. And self-understanding is the foundation of all improvement. Without it, no habit, no skill, no relationship can truly grow. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who constantly found himself frustrated at work. He blamed his boss, his colleagues, and even the traffic. One day, a mentor asked him to reflect, what part of this is truly yours to change? At first, he resisted, but slowly he realized that his own reactions, his own habits, and his own attitude were the real levers of change. By reflecting daily, writing down his thoughts, noticing his patterns, he began to change his own behavior. Within months, he felt more in control, more confident, and more peaceful. Reflection turns mistakes into lessons and lessons into wisdom. Without reflection, life becomes a series of repeated errors. With reflection, every experience becomes a teacher, guiding you toward improvement. The second thing that will improve you is the habit of learning continuously. Learning is not limited to books. It comes from experiences, conversations, observations, and yes, even failures. Life itself is a classroom, and every moment offers lessons. Think about it. The most successful, wise, and accomplished people are rarely the ones who were simply lucky. They are the ones who made a conscious choice to keep learning every single day. They read, they listen, they ask questions, they reflect on failures, and they absorb wisdom wherever they find it. Imagine your mind as a garden. Every new idea, every new lesson is a seed. If you plant seeds of knowledge every day, the garden flourishes. If you neglect it, weeds of ignorance and negativity grow instead. Even small, consistent steps matter. Reading a single page every day, learning one new word, reflecting on one new idea, asking one new question, these small efforts repeated over time create extraordinary results. Let me share an example. 2 students failed a math test. The first said, "I'm terrible at math. I'll never succeed." He gave up. The second said, "I didn't succeed this time, but I can learn, I can improve." He studied a little more every day, asked questions, and practiced consistently. 6 months later, he was top of the class. Same starting point, same failure, but one key difference: the commitment to learn. Continuous learning keeps your mind sharp, your thinking flexible, and your perspective expansive. It prepares you for challenges you cannot yet see and equips you to seize opportunities you have not yet imagined. The third thing that will improve you is the company you keep. My dear friends, we are mirrors of the people we spend the most time with. If your environment is filled with negativity, gossip, and criticism, it becomes very difficult to grow. Our thoughts, moods, and habits are subtly shaped by those around us. The people you spend your time with can either lift you toward your best self or slowly weigh you down without you even noticing. Imagine walking through a forest. If the soil is fertile, the air is clean, and the sun is bright, the trees grow tall, strong, and healthy. But if the soil is barren, the air is heavy, and sunlight barely reaches the ground, the same trees struggle to survive. The people in your life are like the soil and the air. Their energy, attitudes, and perspectives determine whether you flourish or struggle. This may mean making difficult choices. Not everyone who calls themselves your friend will help you grow. Some people, even unintentionally, may drain your energy, pull you into negativity, or discourage your dreams. Protecting your environment is not arrogance or selfishness. It is an act of self-respect and self-care. It is a recognition that your potential is precious and you cannot allow it to be stifled by careless influences. Spend time with people who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to become better. Seek mentors who have walked the path you aspire to walk. Listen to their wisdom, observe their habits, and let their positivity ripple into your own thoughts, mindset, and daily actions. Even small moments of learning from them, one conversation, one story, one piece of advice can gradually reshape your inner world. Remember, influence is contagious. If you are surrounded by people who dream, work hard, and see the good in the world, their energy will inspire you to do the same. And just as importantly, your positive energy can also inspire others, creating a ripple effect that lifts not just yourself, but everyone around you. In life, the company you keep is not just about friendship, it is about growth, mindset, and the life you are choosing to build. Now, there is one more truth that ties everything together: consistency. Even with reflection, learning, and positive influence, nothing transforms overnight. Improvement is not about bursts of effort or occasional inspiration. It is about steady, daily action. Many of us give up too soon. We start reflecting, learning, and surrounding ourselves with good people, but when results are not immediate, we feel discouraged. Improvement is a marathon, not a sprint. It is like a river carving through rock, not by force, but by persistence over time. Consistency compounds small actions into monumental change. Reflection done once does not transform you. Learning once does not make you wise. Being around positive influences once does not guarantee growth. But repeated daily, these actions shape your character, mindset, and destiny. Here is a simple exercise you can try. For the next 3 days, reflect. Spend 10 minutes each day observing your thoughts and actions. Ask yourself, what can I learn from today? Read a page of a book, watch an educational video, or reflect on one lesson from your experiences. Positive influence, reach out to someone who inspires you, listen to their advice, or avoid negative conversations that drain your energy. Even in 3 days, you will notice subtle changes in your mindset, your energy, and your perspective. Imagine repeating this for 30 days, 90 days, or a year. Your life will look completely different. There was a man who wanted to improve his communication skills. Every day, he reflected on how he spoke. He read a page from a book on communication, and he surrounded himself with articulate, encouraging friends. Within months, he transformed from someone shy and hesitant to a confident speaker. A young woman struggled with self-confidence. She began reflecting daily, reading empowering stories, and spending time with mentors. Slowly, she noticed her inner voice changing from doubt to encouragement. Her life began to shift. Opportunities she had never imagined started opening up. A student failed repeatedly but embraced learning, sought guidance, and kept trying. By the end of the year, he topped his class. The difference was not luck, it was reflection, learning, positive influence, and consistent effort. So, my dear friends, remember these truths. Reflect deeply on yourself, know your thoughts, your patterns, and your areas for growth. Learn continuously from books, experiences, failures, and conversations. Surround yourself with positive influence, protect your energy, and grow with those who lift you. Be consistent, small, steady steps compound into extraordinary transformation. Growth is not a race, it is a journey. And every step you take, no matter how small, matters. Start today, my friends. Reflect, learn, connect, and be consistent. Your life will begin to change quietly, steadily, and profoundly. Remember, you have the power to shape your mind, habits, and destiny. These three things and the fourth, consistency, are your tools. Use them wisely, and you will become a better version of yourself every single day.